Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Parkitect. Today's beverage is a nice traditional cup of tea, the perfect beverage for keeping warm in the rain, which is nice because, as you can clearly see, it is raining quite heavily here. It's not thunder and lightning, so we haven't got any of the rides stopped, mainly the tall ones. Oh, look at that, that's very pretty, all of the lights as they go up there. That's, yeah, very nice indeed. Oh, there we go. It's went from a night time when it's raining to a daytime when it's very sunny. However, it's still only 2 degrees in January here. So in the previous episode of Parkitect, we were messing around a little bit with the safari ride, and we added a couple of bumps in. As you can see, there's a couple of bumps here and there, which hasn't altered the rating, but it does look a little bit better when it's moving around. We did some more decoration. We put in another sort of food area here, so we got all of like soft drinks and turkey legs and hot dog stands, etc. And then a couple more rides for the Star Flyer, and I think we also, yeah, knocked up this motion simulator ride there as well. And then finally we got Monorail, so we have a Monorail which is doing great business. We've got 29 in the queue and 9 guests on the ride. It only costs $2.50. It's not a ride that obviously people are meant to truly enjoy, but it's from getting A to B very quickly, which is why I haven't put the price up. It's actually a high excitement rating, low intensity and very low nausea with a medium decoration, and works very well when it's cold and when it's raining, and yeah, it's 2 degrees, so people probably want to jump on that. So overall, pretty happy with our progress there. In this episode, I want to look at this forest. Now, I quite like the forest, and I don't want to, as a couple of people have suggested, basically just building over the whole thing. I like the idea of having forested areas where you have to walk through and it looks very pretty, and obviously have some rides around in here, but not just demolish the entire forest. That's not my intention here. So we're going to have an area where people can sort of walk through and check out the scenery, etc. We may even put a ride to accompany that, but I also want to build over here and make a bowl full of water where we can have a really big water ride, which is not ideal in January when it's cold, but by the time I build it and it opens, it should be getting there. So this is going to cost quite a bit of money, but it should be hopefully interesting. We're going to go over to the raise and lower terrain mode here is a 3x3 and find roughly the middle, which is there, and then sink it down to about there. And then what I'm going to do is basically just extend this to the sort of edge of this forest. Obviously I don't want to make it completely uniform, but I do want to make it so that, as I said, the sort of thing follows the contours of that forest, and naturally we will be making some changes anyway to this. This will go into here. Obviously it's also putting in big delves in the land there as well, and I'm trying to make it so it's a little bit less sort of uniform like that. That should be okay, and there we go. And then I think maybe extend it to there. That's about what I was after. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'm going to raise back up the land in the middle and have a bit of an island, you see, so that can go to about there, which should be higher if I go to the water. Yeah, we've got an island. It's actually a bit too big, that one. Let me shrink that down a little bit. Oh, actually that's not going to go too well, is it, because of the size? No, okay. I'm gonna start again with that one. So go over to flatten here and just flatten that back down like so. That's fine. And then we're going to increase the size of it just by 1 this time and increase it to there. Let's just see what the water says. That's actually not too bad. That's sort of what I was after, but we're just going to maybe increase it maybe a little bit in there and then another bit there, and reduce it down. Just trying to get, like, you know, different shapes and angles. Let's just rotate the camera and sort of put it up there, and yeah, that's about right. I can handle that. We're not going to stress over it too much, obviously. So we'll just remove some of this, and that is now shifted, all of these trees and such, so we now have a quite nice lake right near the forest, which is good. So what I want to do is have, as I said, a water ride in here, and the water ride I've chosen is going to be something that's going to take quite a bit of building, and that's the Splash Battle ride. So it's increased popularity during higher temperatures, and the way it works is you have it go around and you put different targets on things, and the better the scenery, the higher rating that this ride will be. But obviously we have to place it somewhere where they can actually get on the thing. So I'm very tempted to place it near this forest area here. Maybe just 1 off the edge, perhaps. No, we'll go for 2 off the edge. So we'll place that there, and then we'll build all of this up to about here. and then the ride can come out. So the way it works is you have a target for a water cannon, so it's probably difficult to see. Let me just rotate it around. There you go, there's your target for the water cannon, and they will spray the water cannon, which is on the sides of these boats. There's 3 on each side of the boat, 3 on the port, 3 on the starboard. You've also got a lock and unlock mode, so you can lock when they're like are allowed to fire or not. I'm not particularly bothered about locking them on this stage here, so we're just going to have this come along, and yeah, we'll get this moving. So this is, as I said, the water ride where they will be spraying things, and we're going to have maybe some sharp corners in here and have it so that like they get very close to one another, so they'll want to spray they want to spray at each other. That's one of the things that will happen there. So this will go along there, we'll sort of curve that way, and maybe just go, oh, actually delete that back a bit, maybe swerve towards the island. No, maybe not. I want to probably go there and then swerve that way, that's fine, and then along here, and then I want to sort of curve there, go straight, and work our way around this island, and then forward, and then we're going to increase the size of this one like so, and then maybe a straight piece, and trying to get so that we get close to, again, these side bits here, so they tend to spray each other with the water there, and then back around, and then we can go straight to that one and then curve it round. Yeah, that's okay. Bear in mind, this is going to be quite a long ride, I should point out, which is not ideal. It's I'm doing this knowing that it's not going to be one of our most profitable rides, or at least I assume it's not going to be one of our most profitable rides, but there you go. We don't need to make everything for profit, or at least sole profit, and I think that is getting close to be about right. And there we go, we're now in. So we'll have our entrance in there, the exit in there. It doesn't really much matter the size of this, because there'll be loads of boats on the back there. Specifically, we have 9 tugboats on this thing. And now, before we do anything else, we need to make sure we've got decoration, because it needs to have good decoration. I'm going to switch it over to daytime so we can actually see what on earth's going on. And we'll go to decoration, and let's check some of this stuff out. So we've got things like fountains, and oh yeah, what we'll do is we'll put like an adventure tent on here. I like the adventure tents, as you're probably aware, and yeah, we'll have those on here, which is pretty nice. There's water towers as well, which we can place. I actually like these big water towers. They're pretty cool, although they make a big bang when you place them for some strange reason. That's now in. We've got like different pillars as well. Maybe place some of these sort of big basalt pillars around the place. Basalt pillar tall, and it means that there's some targets for the people on the rides to shoot at. That might be quite interesting. So let's place those in here, and we'll place some targets on those. The distance is not great for them, I should point out, for the targets. So we have to be aware of that. I thought it was a lot larger. The way they could fire them, but it is not. In terms of vehicles, we've got like all-terrain cars and biplanes. I think I put a biplane on a stand before, so they were shooting at the biplane, which was pretty interesting. You know what? I don't actually mind the idea of that. Maybe putting a biplane on like a stand. I'm gonna raise it up a little bit to about 5, which will go there perhaps. Yeah, that's fine. Then we need to go to, where would it be? Pillars? Yep, pillars would be perfectly fine. And just checking out your standard pillar there. And I want to place a pillar in here. Then raise it up. And then there. And yep, that's not anywhere at all correct. So that'll go in the ground there. The other one will go and raise up to, say, there, and then the other one will go further up to there. And again, I've missed it a little bit, but only just, so we'll clone that, remove it, and then place it so that it is in the middle of the pillar. And yep, it's actually now sort of on the pillar. What we'll do as well is go for some decoration. Decoration over to our effects. Emitters and such, and you got fire and water jet. Well, we'll put some smoke emitters in this thing, so I'm just gonna sort of put that inside so you can't see the actual emitter. Maybe some fire as well, which will go inside the plane. Let me just break that down. There you go, and maybe another one in the side there. Oh yeah, That's all kinds of on fire. Spark emitter as well. We've had those previously. There we go. Yep, just rotate the camera around. So that looks okay, I think. That's not too bad at all. I'm looking at different lighting as well. Maybe put a spotlight in. Anyway, over to our water jets as well, and you can increase the size of these things so it goes absolutely everywhere. And you can see how far that will spray over there. I actually don't mind the look of that. Let me just put that there. Going to reduce that down a little bit. Lots of customization here, lots of options for placing this thing. Oh, it's actually went to a little bit lower than the default, which I didn't actually realise you could do. I thought the default was... Well, I knew the default was 1, but I thought that's the minimum you could have, but apparently not. So that's spraying water absolutely everywhere. I'm actually not a big fan of it spraying that far. It looks a bit silly. So maybe we'll increase it by just a little bit. But that is... Even then, that's spraying just a little bit too much for my liking. Maybe there... it's not too bad. I may come back and alter that, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, over to our trees. I'm just going to clone these and place a couple of trees around on this island. Like I say, I want to make it so it's nice and pretty on here. Just like I say, increasing decoration, making it a bit less bland. We'll put some little flowers on there as well. These giant, well, these little flowers? Well, actually giant flowers. Could be little giant flowers? Perhaps, perhaps. And there we go. So that's made this nice little island there, which I quite like. What else have we got in terms of water? We've got rafts, we've got blue whales, we've got these navy buoys. We actually use these as targets as well. So I'm going to place one of them there. I'm going to place one of them here, another one in here, and maybe one there, like so. Yeah, that should be fine. I'm going to place a raft as well there, and a raft in here, so that's fine, and maybe even increase the size of the raft to make it like a, well, just a slightly bigger raft, you understand. Yeah, that's about right. And what can we put on the rafts? What can we put on the rafts? We've got statues and sculptures, got like an entrance booth, snowman. No, I don't think any of that is realistically a good thing to put on there. Although there was, I'm sure there was a target of some kind, wasn't there? Yeah, archery target, there we go. So if I place an archery target on here, that should be fine. Maybe rotate that one to that side so they can spray from this side. Yep, and then I'm sure there's a chest. Yeah, chest. Place in here, like that. And there's also fireworks launchers. So I've not actually placed any fireworks on here. Do I want some fireworks launchers? I think I do. Maybe have like loads of fireworks launchers on the island, right near all these highly flammable canvas tents. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so we'll do that. We will have a controller. The controller will go technically underwater there, but it'll be fine. We'll create an effect for this one, and another one, and another one, and finally the last one there. And how we're going to make this work? We could go for attraction, or track segment, or path, path. Oh, you could literally select a piece of path. Right, okay, that makes perfect sense. So if someone walks through, it sets off the path. Track segment, select. So when they get close to this, it's going to set it off. And when they get round here, it'll set it off. And when they get here, it'll set it off. I'm actually going to remove that one and add that one. No, that is the right one. Yeah, so as they're coming towards the island, it's going to keep setting off all of the fireworks. Don't know if that's a good idea. I think that's a better way. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that is the triggers. What do you want it to look like? So we've got the standard explosions, you've got comets. The comets are nice. Dragon eggs. rings. Oh yeah, that's good, because it's like a target type thing, isn't it? Yeah, so let's do that. We'll have it as blue. Blue actually looks quite nice. You can have sparkle as a trail as well. So that's going to work like that. We'll do rings again, and basically copy the same thing. What colour blue was it? 1, 2, 3, 4 down. That's 3 down. 3 down. Okay. I mean, I could just copy it, couldn't I? And I haven't altered the size of it either. Let's make it massive. You'll see it for miles around. And we'll have sparkle trails. There we go. Max size. Sparkles. Max it out. I might put 2 colours in actually. It might look a bit better. Right. Should we see what it looks like? Let's fire it off. Nice. We increase the height of it as well, which we'll do. Do we want to do that? No, actually keep it where it is. Keep it where it is perfectly acceptable. Actually, maybe if we do alter the height, because then it's going to change the where they go off. That's better. I prefer that. Bit more variation, isn't it? Okay, so it is. It's rated as at the moment very low, very low, medium. Let us put it on test and see. Oh no, we can't put it on test. Well, we can, but it's not going to do anything. We need to put targets in. So targets. Rotate the camera around, and we're going to place some targets on these basalt pillars. So as people coming along, they're wanting to shoot at the pillars. Like that. That was the original intention. For this, we'll put them on both sides as well. There. Oh, that's a bit out of the way. There. And there. I know it's swaying around, but it is what it is. A nice target would be to try and put out the fire on the plane. So they're going to try and put the fire out as they come along. Goes in there. For this one, put some targets on the legs, like that. On both sides. Haven't put anything on the raft yet, I'll come back to that. I didn't forget about it, honest. I did. And there. Okay. Oh, and naturally, the archery targets, which sadly, you can't put them in the middle. That'll do. Right. And I need something over here. What can I place on here? Wouldn't be flowers or anything like that. Wouldn't be trees, topiary. No lighting to speak of. A floating mausoleum. No. I'm not too sure what I could put on that. I'm really not too sure what I could put on that. Nothing seems really appropriate. Like mine tracks and stuff. Just the vehicle. Just a random truck on there. No, just get rid of it. Get rid of it. We'll see what happens. Okay, so we'll put that on test. We got a couple of alerts. Oh, a popular vlogger made a video riding the Graviton. Good. So after all that, we've actually spent some money, but gained, well, a little bit as well. So it's all in. Right. That makes a hideous sound when it activates for some reason. So that's now in. All the targets are in. So what happens is these guys will be spraying at the targets, but obviously these are just the crash test dummies, so they don't do actually anything. I do need, I think, to put some more decoration in, but I don't really know I don't really know what sort of water decoration we could go for, but we do need to connect this up to the pathways, so let's do that now. So over to our pathways, and select this path here. This is obviously going to come along to here, and connect up like so, and go down, and this will go down. This one will go up and straight. So that's the exit for that one. And then for the queue for this, let's forget the queue type. It is that one that I've got selected. We could actually just bring the queue along like that. Obviously it's getting rid of some of the trees, which is not what I was really after. So I'll have to put some more in. Then we can put some other rides in here and sort of intersperse the trees around. I'm just copying some of the giant mushrooms you see and putting these back in. So I'm going to have to remove some of the other ones anyway. Oh, we can hear the fireworks going off anyway. Remove them ones. There's another like stalky mushroom. This is stalky mushroom, it's got a stalk on it. Okay, let's clone some lighting. And this will all go along. Not really too concerned about putting in something that goes over the top just yet. Not really concerned. Still awaiting test results. I'm going to put the game up to max speed because that's going to take quite some time. You can see the fireworks going off as they trigger over here, and that's triggering every time one of these goes on this section, and this section. So yes, the fireworks are constantly going off practically. But that's okay. That's okay. How we're doing for the ratings of the park, it's something we've not really looked at for some time. So over to our where is it? Park, and our rating. We have a happiness rating of 86%. We have tiredness of 96, that's good. The lower tiredness is bad. Thirst is quite low, and cleanliness is quite low. So yeah, I don't know where the main it says experiences. Experiences, yeah, and prices. I think some people are just not too happy with the price of some of the rides. Maybe we'll do a little check through all of these rides and see what sort of prices we've got. I mean, do we up or lower the prices? Let me lower that price because there's no one on that one. People point out this one here that there's like loads of people trying to go on this, but they're all just like bumping into one another and they're not moving. Correct. Not really too sure what I can do about it other than close the ride. So yeah, we'll keep it as is for now. Let's say go around and alter some of the prices based on popularity. That's okay. That's pretty good. That one we should probably put the price up just a wee bit. That one is fine. This one, people absolutely love that thing. This one, wow, 38 in the queue. People love that one. 8 in the queue, it's only 5. The water rides, oh wow, people really like that one, don't they? One guest on the ride and 19 in the queue. So yeah, that's useless, that carousel. And nobody really wants to... Oh no, 16 guests on that. They don't mind it. And then the monorail, which is... people really like it. 34 in the queue. I'm not going to alter the prices of that one. How are we doing over here? The first boat is coming in... Oh, okay. It's a high excitement, low intensity, very low nausea rating ride. That's Splash Battle. Let me get that open. Can we change the music to Coffee Pirates? There we go. We're now open. We have Splash Battle. So people are going to hopefully come along, get on it, and enjoy their time. But we need to get people over here in the first place. So we're going to build our second monorail. Over here, over to do decoration. Going to remove all of the scaffolding that we've had previous. There we go. And we're going to do a similar thing to this one here. as we've done there, should I say. Although it can't be exactly where it is because it needs to be slightly further away from this building. So, transport rides, monorail, will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to have to place it right back here, which I don't like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Technically, I need to have it there. Excuse me. Okay. That's presenting me with a bit of a problem, isn't it? Yes, this is too short. Right. Well, I think this ride's going to get deleted. The bumper boats. I'm going to have to delete it. And start from scratch with this whole side of it. Let's just remove all of these. It's, yeah, it's just, there's too much, there's not enough space. I can put it back in, just not in its, current configuration. It'll fit in here nicely. But I do need to alter the decor and the roads and such, and mainly the water here. So, from there, I'm going to remove that. Select that. That can go in there. I'll also clone that and move it a little bit further along. Move that. And then basically copy almost what I've got here. And there we go. So those are now in, and we'll reduce the water a bit to that. But I'll then extend it like that. Oh! Oh no! We can't see that pipe. That's all kinds of bad if we see that pipe. People don't like to see that pipe. Actually don't mind that. Okay. What I'll do then, I'll alter that logistics bit. We could do it now, it's not too much of a problem. Doesn't even need to go that way, to be fair. 3, 3.5 and 3.5. I can just do that then. Well, that was the easiest fix I ever I've ever implemented into the game. Oh, brilliant. Okay, right. So from here then, let's go up. And here we go. Big problem is going over here. I don't want to do that. The reason for that is they see the workings of the park and they don't like to see that. My plan was to put one of the stations here. So can we fit it in? Almost certainly. Maybe if we just curve it round from there. That's nice. Whoops. Reduce the size of that. And 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Almost. And there is our monorail. Fairly simple enough. Maybe should be a little bit further on, shouldn't it? Oh, loads of people are on this. 6 in the queue, 9 on the ride. Oh, there you go. So they're spraying the water. That's the target thing. So they spray the water at the targets and at each other. Brilliant. Okay, Oh, it's 34 degrees, so people are going to love that ride. Right, I'm going to leave it there for now. We've spent a lot of time building this and the monorail. I think it's going to take quite a bit longer as well. So next episode, I want to implement the monorail. I want to delete this section and maybe move it one along, so there's just a bit more landing area. And get it open, put in the ride back in here, and overall just progress on. But I'm happy with that. And that shouldn't be firing, actually. That's curious. Night time. There you go. I only want that firing at night. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Parkitect. And I think a decent one at that. High excitement, low intensity, very low nausea, high decoration rating. We'll get the monorail put in, more people over here, a couple more calming rides. Yeah. Progress made. Either way, hope you have enjoyed this episode and the series thus far. Comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.